Good morning. I wasn't going to film today. I had no intentions of filming a video, but then I got like 2 new subscribers and that gave me a bit of a kick up the arse to make some more content. So I thought I'd give you an update of where I'm currently at whilst getting hit by a tree. So 2.5 weeks out from my photo shoot, definitely feeling a little bit different from when I last spoke to you, but right now doing my fasted morning steps. This weekend is my first consecutive days of a refeed, so this is my 22nd week now, just finishing my 22nd week of this diet, and as you can imagine, from 22 weeks of dieting, 36 pounds of body weight dropped. I am feeling in the gutters. Like, there is days where I feel like, how am I going to get through this day? So for people that don't know what a refeed is, it's not a cheat day, it's not 2 cheat days at all. It's actually very calculated and measured. So it's basically where we bump up carbohydrates and we reduce fats and keep protein at baseline, or even reduce protein slightly. And the reason we do refeeds is just for psychological, hormonal reasons. So we have hunger hormone, stress hormone. So when you've been dieting for a long time, your expenditure's high, things like that, your cortisol levels will be elevated, which is a stress hormone. So ideally we need to manage that, reduce stress. So extra food is going to bring that down. And also we're going to increase leptin levels, which is basically a hormone telling our body that we're full. And another hormone, a hunger hormone called ghrelin, which is a hormone that tells us we're hungry. So when we increase carbohydrates, give our body more food, that will decrease ghrelin, which is what we want. And not just that, but the psychological impacts of having a refeed. It can really just help you get through. Like when you've been in a hole for so long, when you're really struggling dieting, and you know you've got a day or two of higher food, it can really just give you that little bit of a mental boost. I don't know if you can see this, but it is raining quite heavily right now, and there's no path. It's in the middle of the road, Sunday morning, really early. Who would do this? I'm just so committed to the shreds. Oh, I'm gonna get run over. Game over. Another thing to mention as well, during these refeed days, I'm actually decreasing my expenditure through steps and cardio. And the reason behind that is just that, not just by feel, in terms of feeling absolutely battered, but the look of my physique the last week has been, it's just been looking very tired. Like, I'm holding a lot of water weight. I've been waking up like bloated for no reason. There's no like additional food, like different food that's gone in. I can see that my body's just under a lot of stress. So what I need to do right now, like in previous years, what I'd do at this point is just keep digging and just keep doing more cardio and, you know, increasing steps and less food, and that right now isn't what my body needs. So yeah, the plan is for this weekend with the refeed is to drop steps by a few thousand, no cardio. I'm actually doing a devolume session for my lower session today. Okay, in terms of an update with food and cardio, I am someone that opts more towards the expenditure side rather than dropping food too low. So for the last couple of weeks, my expenditure is going to be 12,000 steps every day, just a slight increase there rather than 11,000. My cardio is going to be at 5 times a week rather than 3 times a week, 300 calories each time, which is not enjoyable at all, and I'm going to hate that, but I'd rather that than drop my food really low. And also my food is going to be dropped slightly, so there are quite a bit of changes. So training day food will go down from 2,400 to 2,200, and non-training day will go down from 2,300 to 2,100, and potentially the last week I might drop it to 2,000, depending on what kind of feedback I get off that first week of doing this post refeed. So yeah, I've got digging to do, and the reason obviously my food has gone lower is, you know, because my rate of loss has slowed down quite dramatically. It's gone down to like less than £half a pound a week last week. So poverty calories incoming, high expenditure, I'm gonna be mardy all the time. So if I look mardy or look lethargic or look whatever, that's why. Yeah, anyway, it's a refeed day, so I feel a little bit better today. Let's get some food. Okay, about to go in for lower and biceps, having a pump product today rather than a pre. So non-stim, just because on this refeed, obviously more food going in. I'm just going to experiment training without a stim today. So hopefully all is well. So in terms of working sets today, like I mentioned, it's a D-volume session. So one working set on compounds, quite a lot of the isolations as well. The only exercise I'm doing multiple sets is the biceps, just because I don't feel like that's going to fatigue me too much. So yeah, lower and biceps. What I'll probably do is just leave a couple of clips raw, just so you can see the intensity of how I train. Probably like the pendulum squat or something. Just so that you can see that a D-volume session isn't an excuse to go through the motions. You're just doing less amount of volume. And the reason I do a D-volume in terms of reducing the sets rather than reducing the load is because you've got to think that we, as like bodybuilders, we accumulate fatigue through volume and not load, because we're already working in like a higher rep range. So we're not like powerlifters, how their nervous system's going to get smashed from doing 1, 3, 5 reps, because we're usually at, 8 to 15, well, 6 to 30 really. We're not going to accumulate as much nervous system fatigue, so it's more from volume. So dropping the amount of sets to me makes sense to reduce fatigue. So yeah, that's the rationale behind that. Let's get in the gym, get it done, and eat more food, man. I can't wait for my Oreos. Wow, look at the state of me. Anyway, I fogged up. Let's give you a wipe. So that last set, 3 reps up, kind of makes me question whether I was training like a pussy last week or it's just the extra carbs working wonders. That makes me like so excited to get back at maintenance and a slight surplus in towards the back end of the year. But yeah, good set, 3 reps up, take that all day. Session was actually good, pretty much progressed everything. Due to the lower volume, I could put more into less sets, which is good. That will hang on to the muscle. And yeah, that's just an insight in terms of the intensity I train at. So if you're not training that hard and you're doing low volume, it's not going to be effective. If you do low volume, you've got to train hard. If you do high volume, you can get away with doing less intensity. So yeah, that's the session. I really couldn't be arsed today. I really could not be bothered, but there's a job to do. I've just got to get it done, regardless of how I feel now. Just get in, head down, tunnel vision, get the job done. This is when you know it is a carb refeed day. Post-workout, 150 grams of Oreo cereal. This is going to go down an absolute treat. Got some whey protein as well in there, and we've got a glass of creatine. So I'm not going to make this video a full day of eating, but I'm just going to show you maybe a couple of meals. With this meal as well, I'm going to have 2 bagel thins with 35 grams of raspberry jam. Mate, carb overload, love it, live for it. Anyway, for the remainder of this day, I pretty much just did some editing. I did some programming for some clients. I ate a bit more food. I did some steps. And that was pretty much about it. So I didn't want to string this video along for too much longer. But that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please drop a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. Keep following this journey. I'm 3 weeks out from a photo shoot. So more updates soon. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.